let's come back to the whistleblower, and let's come back to all of the institutional sort of organizations that owe answers at this point. We need answers from the DGCA. We need answers from the AAIB. We need answers from this particular private company, VSR. At least these three. And I'm sure the federations of pilots, they will make their own submissions. Right now, when in the light of these allegations, who should be responding to these allegations? Should it be the minister? Should it be the regulator? Should it be the aircraft investigation board? Who should it be? Where does the buck stop?
It has to be the regulator. It has to be the regulator because the aircraft investigation board comes under the regulator. The minister will make political brownie points or political statements. We don't need that. The DGCA has to do the following three things. Number one, issue a statement contradicting themselves and the minister. I know it's going to be difficult, but they should do it for their own sanity. Saying while weather was used as an attribution or whether was be stated that weather was the cause, we are pending investigation. Number two, they need to ground the entire fleet of VSR until each aircraft has been inspected. Number three, they need to give a finite time limit that the last aircraft which crashed, that inquiry will finish when? By a finite time. Because there may be a clue. Please understand, Barkha, that the VSR people are using the same playbook which they used in 2023, even today. That director, whatever that chap's name is of VSR, first thing he says, no, it's not a pilot error. It's not. It must be weather. How can you say that? That means you are totally decrying any validation of the investigation or its purposefulness. So I think these are the three things that need to be done immediately.
And what galls you the most? What galls you the most in what you've heard so far from everyone?
Nothing changes. Nothing changes. That is galling. What is galling is that nothing ever changes. And as I said yesterday to you, we are Romans in our DNA. We are fickle. We will forget. The point is we will forget until the next tragedy. Why? Because accountability in India is dead long ago. Demonstrable punishment doesn't exist. Now you tell me, Shweta Singh, whose name appeared during the Indigo issues, and now, shouldn't the DGCA have done an internal inquiry? And I'm not only saying Shweta Singh, whoever, there was a photograph of some Indigo people actually operating the computers in the DGCA, whatever it is. Shouldn't there have been an inquiry? Shouldn't there be a background check on who this Shweta Singh is? Someone told me she was related to Pramod Mahajan or Pramod Mahajan's son. I don't know the details. Everyone has a conspiracy theory. I'm only going on the basis of what I've been told. Shouldn't there be an inquiry? Shouldn't you actually bring back the trust of people? And I totally agree. I don't know if it was Amit or Mr. Captain Randhawa who said that we are opening more airports than we have goddamn flights or passengers to fly to them. Do you know there's an airport in Durgapur? Did you know that? I don't think even the birds fly into that airport. Forget aircraft. We opened it.
Yeah.
So you keep opening airports to bloody put a statistical thing. Bhai, dekho, hum itne bade desh ban gaye. What a great country we are for aviation. We are nothing. Let's assess our reality.
Yeah.
Because human life is cheap, we allow this nonsense to continue year after year, accident after accident.
I have a lot of questions on, even the fact that nothing much happened with Indigo. At that time, too, there was talk of collusion between private operators and the DGCA.
They showed photographs.
Yeah,
you saw photographs of those Indigo chaps working out of DGCA offices.
And
actually, DGCA should be working out of Indigo. Why should the taxpayer fund a government building? Udhar hi kaam kar lo. Anyway, I have to peel off.
Okay. You have to peel off. So before I come back to the three pilot veterans, just a last thought. If you were the DGCA today, what would you do immediately? You would issue this statement, but would you order an internal inquiry? You would resign?
I would resign. Yes. If I was the chief of the DGCA, I would resign and I would be going out in glory because no one else seems to resign anymore. There was a
Hmm.
time in this country when there was a train accident, the minister would resign because they would take moral responsibility. But when we live in times which are totally immoral, why would they bother? If I was the chief of the DGCA, I would resign and say, I'm submitting myself to an inquiry, and then I would play a game. The game that I would then play is a game of brilliant chess. And I would say, I'm submitting myself to the inquiry, but I also know that these are the things that I inherited. Because apparently, the new DGCA head, whoever he is, I don't even know his name, is apparently a good person. But, boss, if we are good people, then you join the missionaries of charity. We don't need good people, we need competent people. This
Hmm.
country, for far too long, I said, yeah, he's a clean minister.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be clean, for God's sake. That is not a virtue. He's supposed to be bloody good at his job. That's the issue. So
Yeah.
if I were the DGCA chief, I would play a game of chess. I would resign. I would say I'm submitting myself to this investigation. But here is what I've inherited, because he would know everything.
Yeah.
That would be
Well,
doing a great service. And
well,
all
I
these
think
guys,
you.
in any case, get hired by private airlines, so he doesn't need to worry about a job later.
Okay, you've really set the cat among the pigeons with a very serious and provocative, but very, I would say, appropriate comment. If you were the head of the DGCA, you would resign. You would expect some resignations out of the DGCA, but they don't seem to come at all.